Hi, my name is Andrew Frey. I work in sales and digital marketing, and this is what being trans means to me.
Hi, my name is Blake Bonkowski. I use he, him, his pronouns. I identify as F to M, or as a female to male trans person, and I am a higher education professional.
Hi, my name is Isha Okweli, and I'm an intern in the Communities for Color department here at GLAAD, and here's what being trans means to me.
My name is Morgan, and I'm an audio producer.
To me, being transgender is just about the coolest thing in the world. It's kind of like somebody, when you were really young, gave you a map and told you had to follow this map, and one day you decided to just kind of erase it and plot your own course and find your own way and, figure out what works best for you. Being transgender to me is like being able to, live out the story of all my favorite action heroes and all the things I aspired to be when I was a little kid.
I find joy in being trans through my ability to take up space and my ability to just be myself. And I also find joy through my community, through having family and friends that understand me and who are affirming and who support me in all of the expansiveness that is my gender identity.
I find joy in being trans through the sense of community and the confidence that my gender exploration has brought me. Without identifying as trans, I would not have met so many of my closest friends and chosen family. And the years I spent exploring my gender have made me really confident in who I am. It brings me joy to be recognized as my authentic gender and to help others to get that recognition as well. And I am very thankful that I took the time to explore my gender, to understand what my gender is, to be really happy with the ways that I've chosen to put my gender into the world. And I think one of the greatest gifts of being trans is that we're provided an opportunity to hit a refresh button and to define ourselves. I am so joyful that I was able to define the masculinity that I put into the world, that I chose for that should be a gentle and kind masculinity, and that I am so grateful to be able to model that type of masculinity to trans people and to cis people.
I've discovered joy by living as my true self. Before I took that step, I felt like an observer watching life happen. Now, every day matters.
For me, finding joy in centeredness and my identity and who I am, I think comes back to reconnecting with my inner child. When you're really young, people talk a lot about how you should do things as though no one is looking, right? Or you should try at things as if there's no possible way you could fail. And then as you grow older and you maybe express yourself in new ways, people will tell you, you don't want to appear that way to other people. What if other people are looking? What will such and such say? I think finding joy and centeredness in who I am comes down to reinforcing my own voice. And a lot of times that comes from going back and finding what those initial joys were,
My gender is freedom. It's the ability to be seen as myself, to be loved as myself, to be accepted by my community as myself. And when I experience those things, when I'm able to just be myself and be my authentic, true self, it reaffirms that my gender is freedom.
My gender is confidence. Coming out, being out, transitioning has allowed me to be a confident person for the first time in my life. That I am not constantly thinking about the way that others perceive me. I am able to explain my gender and my sexual orientation to other people, that I've put a lot of thought into those things, that I know who I am, and that I get to share that with other people. So much of my life was spent trying to figure out who I was, and I realized that so much of it was because I was uncertain about my gender. And so for me, being out trans person is confidence.
My gender is brave.
My gender is freedom. That's exactly how I feel, knowing that the people around me see me for exactly who I am, and all with my uniqueness and the many different layers that my gender and sexuality are, and accept me wholeheartedly.
To all the trans youth out there and to everyone in the trans community, I want you to know that you are worthy and you are deserving to take up space in this world. You have a right to be yourself out in public and out on the streets and out in your community just as anyone else does. And so take up that space. You are worthy, you are enough, you are beautiful, and know that your transness is not a weakness, but it is your superpower.
My biggest advice for trans youth and adults would be to think about how your trans identity is going to come into play if you're looking at colleges and universities. There are so many colleges and universities that are truly affirming spaces for us. The Campus Pride Index is one resource we can use to help us guide the way, but I really do suggest connecting with an LGBT resource center or student group on any campus that you're looking at, and to ask them real questions about what their experiences are like on that campus. Colleges and universities provide opportunities for you to be amongst other trans people in community in ways that you might not have had access to before. You are probably not going to be the only one at college or at a university, and that might be a first for you. It's nice to not be the one who is always doing the teaching or to always be the token. And at most colleges and universities, you don't have to be. And so talk to resource professionals, talk to people in your life, find the college or university that's going to be the best fit for you, and reach out to the many resource professionals like myself who exist on campuses all around the country who are so excited to help you find your perfect place.
The only advantage we have in our transness is courage, because we exist in a world where so many do not want us to be.
To all the transgender youth or anybody out there watching this video, I just want to say it's never wrong to assert who you are. It's never wrong to chase something that you believe will make you happier, make you feel more connected to the people around you or the world. And a lot of times that's all that being transgender means. It doesn't matter what your medical history is. It doesn't matter what you try to pursue in terms of your physical transition. It matters what words actually work for who you are, and what words connect with your soul, and what words help you connect with the world and other people. So I hope you take some time to find that for yourself outside of the labels or what anyone else might say, so that you have a chance to express that to the world, because the world would really love to see it, and there are a lot of us who would really love to see that.